What causes obstruction? This is very debatable, and we can have arguments about this, so let's just be careful and stick with what I think are the facts. Okay? You judge for yourself. Obstruction is caused by anything that restricts flow. Argument? Any argument? Okay. The list of things that cause obstruction include every single food on the planet. All of them. Because they're a physical object moving through a tube, and they have to be squished through the tube, so they have some resistance to flow, right? But the ratio, because we're talking about ratio of rational effects, right? Why did we call it that? Substance, okay, the amount of a certain food substance to the amount of obstruction that food substance causes. So it's not about vegan, carnivore, paleo, blah, 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 beach diet, it's just a fact, right? It's not about that, it's about the simple fact. Every food clogs you up, some clog you up more than others. Some is in and out real quick, right? If we were to eat some vine grapes, assuming everything is quality, assuming no consequences besides fertilizers, etc., right? Just grapes. And assuming a totally clean digestive canal, so they already got rid of the elevator, there's no obstruction. We would retain those grapes within our system for maybe 3 hours, 2 hours, move right through. If we were to eat potatoes, assuming the highest qualities that's above for the grapes, right? We'll say like just potatoes, no chemicals. We would retain those potatoes for a day or two, 24, 48 hours before defecating them. Yeah, well, I want to give them a fair shot. If we were to eat steak, assuming the same highest qualities as for the grapes and the potatoes, so just pure meat, no chemicals or antibiotics or whatever, happy cows, killed nicely, right? Grass-fed. All that, okay, all that. Steak, pure steak, clear steak. That steak would be retained for 1 to 5 days in our intestines before food evaporation. Well, he can say this, and the medical report says this, and WebMD says this, and there's research essays that say this. I'm just giving a PowerPoint presentation about my opinion. And my opinion is this: when you pepperoni this, I can smell pepperonis on fire. 4 to 5 days later, which means like I'm not a pepperoni, so like if it smells like pepperoni, there's some pepperonis in there. You know what I mean? Just saying. And the same with steak. It's like this. It's like steak. I ate steak 5 days ago. You know what I'm saying? Just think about it. Is it true? Yeah. So we don't need their reports because we can smell our farts. And I say, oh, I didn't have pepperoni for 5 days, and it smells like pepperoni. And my breath does too. Anecdotal, but universally. This presentation is not intended to promote any dietary choice, person, over another. Do whatever you want, because you can get away with a lot if you know what you're doing. The reality of the situation for each individual is beyond one person's opinion, right? Including our own opinion. It's beyond our own opinion, until we know everything. To think critically, we have to weigh, oh, that's not supposed to be that. We have to weigh what is known from what is speculation. What is speculation? So much of what we talk about and argue about and what I think about is speculation. We don't know, one way or the other. And by the way, it was exactly the opposite last year. Next year it's going to be something different here. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of that is speculation. It's interesting, it's entertaining, and you can learn a lot. But why don't we get to what we can know for sure before we start speculating? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Where we go? Speculation. Everyone is performing their own experiment on their own avatar. That's what the avatar is about, right? You guys watch Rick and Morty? Anybody? Cartoon?
Rick and Morty?
It's a very funny cartoon. Have you seen it?
No, but that's a good question for eggs. We talked a lot about eggs in this. How long it takes for eggs to go through the system, you know?
What I would do is just don't eat eggs for a while. Because eggs have a really particular smell, so this is a nice experiment to do. And then you like a month or so without eggs, right? You're not gonna die if you eat eggs for a month. Like, wait, what? But you know, you can go without eggs for a little while, right? and then you eat eggs again, and then when you do your thing, you fart, or whatever, and you smell your breath, you smell the thing, and maybe you can't even smell it. Here's the issue too, because it's hard to smell yourself. It's hard to smell yourself. Home is where everyone smells that weird smell except you. You know what I'm saying? When you go to somebody's house, you're like, oh, what is that? It always smells like that weird smell. Everybody's house has their own weird smell. Our bodies are like that too. We just walk around them all the time, so we don't smell them. But everybody else, depending on how sensitive your nose is, right? Because you could be clogged up and not smell anything. I'm sorry, your question and answer.
Just how long approximately it takes for the eggs to go through? Like approximately, is it hours, is it days?
For me, it's about 1 or 2 days, depending for eggs.
Okay.
1 or 2 days.
So about like the potato.
Yeah, we talked about that one on the slide. That
Right.
was,
Potatoes are like 1, 2, 3 days.
It's about this, okay. So much longer than that.
That's the point. That is the point. That's the point.
that is.